Hi Soul Fam, welcome back to this channel where we do tarot card readings every single Monday, except for last Monday because I was traveling and it took me a while to get settled back in. So I'm sorry I missed you last week, but I'm so excited to be connected with you here again. And if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Frances. I am a Reiki master healer, a tarot card reader, a spiritual channel, and a tarot card deck creator. And I'm so honored to be sharing this space with you today. So without further ado, let's dive into our tarot card reading this week. We are working with the Four Noble Tarot deck. If you would like to purchase this deck, the link to do so will be in the description box below. And before we dive in, don't forget to like this video when something resonates with you, if it does. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel so you can get your videos every Monday. All right, let's dive in. Working in light and the highest for everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and theirs as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team. And each and every person who is here, welcoming their team forward, whether they're watching this the week it was recorded or whenever it found them, knowing it found them at exactly the right time. These messages are for you. There's this really powerful spirit animal coming through to start. Small but mighty. We have a grasshopper. This idea of wisdom and trust and luck. There's probably a lot of other messages from the grasshopper that I don't know. So please feel encouraged to look up the spiritual significance of a grasshopper and see what resonates with you. But it feels just like this really lovely, almost like miracle energy, like don't overlook the little things, feels like an important message this week. I'm interested to see how that resonates with you. It might not yet, so let it plant the seed. But this message of don't overlook the little things. Be grateful for the little things. Don't overlook the miracles in potentially seemingly mundane places. Allowing magic and luck to find you and being open to receiving that. Okay? Thank you, Grasshopper. All right. And also, even like Karate Kid, like young Grasshopper, right? Like this idea of learning and knowing that it's okay to still be a novice in certain areas. Being a novice does not make you stupid or dumb or uneducated or unwise. It just means that this is where you are in your journey and there is so much more wisdom to learn. So embrace that wisdom. Do what you need to do, learn what you need to learn in order to create the life, co-create the life that is waiting for you. Maybe from these really lucky places that it might be delivered. Okay? Okay, that was the final piece. All right, I'm going to hover my hands over the cards. What do we need to know this week? Last week of May 2024. We did also just have our full moon. We are in Gemini season. Lots of fun stuff happening. All right, so we're going to start here. We'll see if we need more cards or if this is complete. Single card and then two cards together. So our first card this week, King of Wands. So King of Wands, this is the card actually of wisdom, of very intentional action, of delegation, of... It's almost like King of the Forest energy, right? So integrating all kinds of knowledge, be that sacred knowledge, book smarts, life experience, all these different things that you've learned and embracing them as part of your story. And as part of your story, what can you learn from it? So the challenges, the hardships, the wins, the celebrations, the goal checking off the list, whatever the right word for that is, right? King of Wands is asking you to step into your mastery this week, not from a place of like, I know everything and this is what I'm going to do with it, but more like, whoa, hang on. I actually am a lot wiser than I'm giving myself credit for. There's that message again. So is there a way that maybe I'm overlooking some of my wisdom? Is there a way that maybe I can tap into what I do have and what I do know in order to start ruling my kingdom or my queendom in a way that feels aligned to me? This is my life, mine. And I can create whatever I want, maybe in due time, right? Wands, King of Wands is asking you to have patience in the process, to trust the process, to not rush, right? Ask for what you need, say what you want to say. Maybe they'll say no, the other person, or maybe universe says no, or maybe what you want to say falls on deaf ears, but you're still taking ownership and authority in your life, knowing that it might not happen in fast time or even in the time that you want it to happen in. But having patience in the process and trusting you're exactly where you're meant to be, and not falling off your throne. They're saying just because it's not happening how you think it should happen doesn't mean it's not happening. And so staying in your power and your authority and your trust and your pride and your wisdom and your experience and your mastery, trusting that you are part of a really big web, a really big process. And just because it's not happening as you wanted it to, or in the timing that you wanted it to, doesn't mean it's not happening or that you are not worthy of receiving it. Rather, leaning into the divine time, that might be fast, that might be slow, with you in your power, authority, the driver's seat, maybe still needing to work with other people, with delegation, with asking permission, with whatever it may be. But ultimately, tapping into your own wisdom, your own experience, your own knowledge to create the life that is in the highest alignment with you, and surrendering the parts that aren't going to plan to spirit, knowing and trusting that it is part of the divine plan. Okay, so kind of action steps with this card. I want you to identify your wisdom, your experience, the lessons learned, and how can you optimize on that in order to create and co-create the divine life that you want in alignment with spirit. Coming back to this message that's been repeating over and over, the balance of effort and ease. So the efforting is from your place of mastery and wisdom and knowledge and experience and love and excitement. And then the ease is I do what I can, and then spirit, I surrender the rest to you. Okay? So maybe taking some time to think on that, journal on that, meditate on that. But your action steps really are looking and pulling out your wisdom, your experience. And then also number 2, how can you lean into trust and patience in the divine plan and in the divine time? Maybe coming up with a mantra for yourself or visualizing something that makes you feel at peace. But also that this third piece, this final piece, is that this is king energy. So while it might be patient and more subtle with the wands, you are the master. So please don't forget that. Again, just because it's not happening in the way you thought it would, doesn't mean it's not happening. This is your life. You do have a hand in it. So what do you need to do to remember that and feel that and trust that to be true? Okay. Then we have these 2 cards over here. Ooh, okay, 5 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so 5 of Swords appears when oftentimes we feel like there is conflict in the energy. We feel like we're losing, like we're falling behind, like things just aren't working out for us. Okay, so keep an eye on that this week. This could be in big things like work, or maybe, a home renovation, or purchasing a home, or finding a new place to live, or travel, or it could really be anything, kind of like very human things. This could also be in relationships. This could also be in things that you're internally feeling. Like, I just feel like everyone else is doing it. Why can't I? I just feel like it's just like that feeling like I just can't. It's a really hard, hopeless, powerless feeling sometimes. So just being mindful that this week that energy might come up, feeling like you are less than, or they are doing more, or again, this idea of powerlessness or hopelessness, just like, dude, I just can't win. Like, what the heck is going on? Your guidance in that energy, collaboration. And remembering that one is not better than the other. Let me explain this. 3 of Pentacles. This is the card of teamwork. So remember before they were talking about delegation a bit with King of Wands, but you being in the driver's seat. Five of Swords is saying it might feel like things are falling apart, or like you're having to ask for a bunch of stuff, or like it's not working. Ask for what you need and seek the expert in the areas where you need expert help, right? Ask a parent, ask a friend, ask a mentor, take a class, but understanding that this is really important. Understanding that just because you are seeking help or guidance or advice, it doesn't mean that you are less than. It doesn't mean that they are ahead and you are behind, right? It simply means that you are where you are in this very circular, symbiotic relationship. Look at the imagery in this card. We have the bees, we have the sun, we have the flowers. All of that is important, is necessary to make the honey. The flowers need the sun to grow. The bees need the flowers to pollinate. The flowers need the bees to pollinate. And all of that comes together to make the honey. We don't look at the bees and be like, you can't make honey without pollen. Well, you're not good enough. No, right? It's part of this very symbiotic relationship. So for you, I want you to know, Spirit wants you to know that asking for help, doing what you need to do, getting guidance where necessary, seeking answers from places that have the answers, because you don't, it doesn't mean that you are unwise or not able or less than. It's all available to you. And actually, stepping into your mastery sometimes means seeking out the help you need in order to get to where you want to go, to create what you want to create, to create the kingdom or queendom that feels right to you. Sometimes we need help doing that. So instead of sinking into this Five of Swords energy of like, I just can't win, they're doing it, I don't have anything, I can't do it because all of these reasons, let's not give in to those excuses, but rather let's seek out community, support, guidance, help, advice where we need it. This could be intangible things like, again, asking for help or advice, going to Google, right? Learning how to do something new. This could be enrolling in a course that you wanted to enroll in to gain more knowledge in areas that are going to help you move forward. This could be booking a session with a healer. I am here if you would like that, or someone else you feel called to, a therapist, a personal trainer, whatever it is. This could be asking for a small loan or applying for a small loan. This could be so many different things. But really overarching here, what Spirit wants you to know this week is what they said before with the grasshopper. There's more magic available to you than you are allowing yourself to see. Luck is on your side right now. And it might feel like it's not because things aren't moving, or you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling behind, or you don't have what you think you need to do the thing. But you're in charge here. Just because you might need some help doesn't mean that you're not in charge of your life, or you're not worthy of receiving all the things that you want and creating all the things that you want, and that you're not good enough, right? Getting help doesn't mean that you need help. It means that you are wise enough to know that working in collaboration and community is actually going to help not only you in your journey, but also others as well. Because why are we creating things, right? Typically, it's to service someone else. Whether you're an artist creating art for someone, a healer wanting to hold space for people, a business person creating more abundance for others, someone who, whatever it is you do, if you work in clothing, that is a vital human need, right? For people to have clothes. So maybe another question this week is, what is my why? Why do I do what I want? And maybe why do I want what I want? Yes, I want it for myself in my life. But that also is going to ripple out and benefit the highest good of others as well. Okay? You can even hear how serious they're speaking through me. I'm hearing this is God's work. You living in your purpose is doing God's work, is living in alignment with Spirit, the greatest good of all people. But in order to do that, we need you to be in your mastery, doing what feels good to you. And if you can't because you don't have whatever it is you think you need, go get that thing. Don't let it make you feel like you're losing or you're behind. This is part of your journey to expand your circle, to involve more people in whatever capacity, maybe a one-time thing, maybe a long-term relationship, so that you can be more in your authority, in your power, sharing your gifts with the world, because that is what is being asked of you at this time. Yes. Powerful, 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 powerful. I'm feeling a mantra card. Let's pull one more card for our mantra this week. What do we need to say, repeat to ourselves, to be in this energy, to remember this to be true? 10 of Pentacles. This is the card of family, of abundance, of ease, of completion of the hard work, right? And receiving from all the hard work you put in. So a mantra you can repeat this week is something along the lines of, and you can make up your own if you're familiar with this card or you want to read the description. You can read the descriptions of all these cards on my website. I'll make sure that that's linked in the description box as well if you want to read that and come up with your own mantra, or get extra insight. But right now, coming through from 10 of Pentacles, they're saying, I am worthy of all of the abundance I seek. It already exists. All I need to do is be in a space to create and receive. Balance of effort and ease. All of the abundance already exists. I am worthy of receiving it. I must allow myself to create and receive. I allow myself to create and receive. If you want something shorter, all of the abundance is available to me. Or, I am abundant. I am abundant. Right? So your mantras can be as long or as short as you'd like. Longer ones, maybe you want to write them down so you can read them. Shorter ones, you can just remember. Or again, you can come up with something that feels right to you with this card. But ultimately, 10 of Pentacles is saying, the hardest part's behind you. We're in completion stage right now of receiving abundance and of creating more, and not more to be in the grasping of more, but rather the abundance that matches the master energy that you are in now, which is likely more than what it's been because you are coming into these upgraded versions of yourself where you are doing more and therefore receiving more. I exist in unlimited abundance. I exist in infinite abundance. I exist in limitless abundance. Because you do. The universe is infinitely abundant. All you have to do is be open to working with that infinite abundance in community, in collaboration, and in humility. It doesn't make you less than to ask for what you need in order to live in your divine alignment so you can be a part of the bigger system in the highest good. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you, teams. So grateful for you. I can't wait to go back and watch this and receive this for myself as well. I think most of you know this. I think I've shared this before, but when I'm doing these, I'm channeling. So I often don't remember what comes through. I have to go back and receive the guidance as well, but feels like a really empowering week. So I want you embracing that energy, embracing 10 of Pentacles energy, all the abundance, all the joy, all the beautiful things. Any questions, please leave them in the comments or any way that this resonated with you. I would love to hear. If you feel called to donate to what I call the love jar, this is my PayPal donation link. This helps me to show up with energy for you every Monday. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video, share with a friend if you think that they would like it, and subscribe to this channel as well. I am sending so much love and light your way, and I will see you again soon.